Hey guys, what's up? Jake, and it is October 25th, 2014, and it is 6:20 p.m. So today I'm gonna be talking about my coming out story and how, like, I basically how I knew I was transgendered and how I'm not known. Well, I've always felt different ever since I was like 5 or 6 years old, and I really started to notice that I was different. Because between four down, like from 4 years old to like newborn. I don't. Those years are like blank to me, but from kindergarten all the way to now, I remember pretty much all of it. When I first during the summer of kindergarten, 2005, I think. Um, right? Yeah, somewhere 2005, 2006. I was kind of a tomboy in kindergarten. I was occasionally wear dresses. They were very rare. But before we start going into kindergarten, let's go to daycare. I never went to preschool, and I think it was because my mom didn't think it would work or she just couldn't afford it. So, sorry about that. Um, so my sister was at school. She was in elementary school, and I was probably about a couple years old, probably. I remember a little bit of daycare, but not very much. I would wear dresses. I would always play with the boy toys. I really did not like playing with the girl toys that much. Whenever we did do things, I would kind of be rough. I would in timeout a lot. I've been in timeout my whole life, really, like a lot. I'm like a troublemaker. I've always been a troublemaker. That's just me. um, yeah, I would play with the building blocks. I would play with sometimes when I played house with the other kids, I always played the father role, or I was always like the male dog, kind of a thing, the alpha dog of the family or whatever. It was a weird daycare. Anyways, it was just down the street from where I live now. But she moved the daycare person moved to a different house down the street too. So, I would always laugh. Whenever we went to the playground or something, I would always try to go on the biggest stuff I could. Like I would just there would probably one boy that was my age, and then there was a little kid. He was like probably a couple of months old. So he was walking in there. He wasn't talking yet. He was like a couple of months old, and um, I always played with the other boys. Sometimes I would play with the girls, but that was just that. That was me. Um, but so if I'm looking over there, I don't know why I'm looking over there. I'm talking. Anyways, so yeah, I always like to play with the boy toys the most, like the cars that were in there. Um, this little like miniature like play tyke or whatever. Um, craft where you can push the button and then there's two spiral things like that. I would play with that a lot. And even when there wasn't anything on there, I would hit the button because it would make a noise as the ramp went up or down or whatever to let the cars go. I kept doing it because I like the sound of the cars and I'm like, oh, this is fun. That's what I always did. Yeah, I would be with the kids. Like I said, I was in timeout pretty much a lot. Um, so yeah, the summer of kindergarten, I was a kind of a tomboy. Really, I was just like, um, you know, but there was one sport that I played when I was little. I believe it was between kindergarten and summer. That kindergarten, the summer of kindergarten actually, I played t-ball and I loved it, but I would play baseball with the boys. But my mom said no, that's a boy sport. You can't play that. And I said okay, that's fine. So I didn't play baseball. I played t-ball for the whole season, and that was the end of that. Because I saw softball games and I thought those were pretty cool, but I'm not a softball person. I don't like softball whatsoever. Um, I mean, I think it's cool that it's a girl's way of playing baseball, but I don't like it that much. I like baseball better. More adrenaline, I would guess, because softball, not that much adrenaline, in my opinion. But if you play softball when you're a kid, you can't play baseball, and that's awesome. But I'm just saying. Anyways, yeah. And then in kindergarten, I was also a troublemaker. First grade to second grade, I was alright. Third grade, I was alright. Fourth, I was okay. That's when the bullying really began for me in fourth and third grade because I was made fun of a lot. Because I was a hearing age and my tomboy phase was on and off. But fourth grade was when I heard of High School Musical. I saw the movie and everything. That was like my first boy crush. And Jack Efron is still my man crush. I'm not gonna deny that. But he was like my first like crush for like anybody, like either girls or boys, that kind of thing. The girls that I was in class with, about third grade, fourth grade, I started to see girls like, they're pretty cute. I didn't know that feeling. I just was like, whatever. The boys, um, in kindergarten, with the boys, I was jealous because of what they wore. I couldn't wear that stuff. I didn't even ask my mom if I could wear that stuff. I was just jealous of wearing that, the boys wearing that stuff. So I was like, okay. Then fourth grade hit when I was in a classroom where like our classroom theme was baseball, and I loved the jerseys that we got for the class teachers, and I always loved wearing them. I thought it was awesome that we could wear that stuff, and I always wore jeans. I never wore skirts or dresses. I have not. The last time I wore a skirt to school, in elementary school, was probably second grade. My first day of second grade after being sick with pneumonia. Um, yeah, I lost a lot of weight with the pneumonia, whatever the pneumonia, um, whatever. But yeah, um, so, so what happened in fifth grade was that was my girliest phase ever. Like the first day of school, that's when puberty started to hit for me. But puberty really hit me in fourth grade. I started growing pubic hair, and I didn't like it a bit because I was like, "What's going on?" My mom said, "Oh, you're growing hair down there. That's okay. That's natural." And then fifth grade, I started growing boobs, and I was like, "Hmm, well, okay then." And I was pretty much, I was the tallest kid in my entire school. I was like 5'7", maybe. Yeah, pretty tall for my age. I was like 10. Almost 6 foot in years old. That's pretty tall. Anyways, I also was just like whatever, and that was my girl stage, because I started growing boobs, and I like maybe this is natural, and I just was thinking as a boy a lot, and I was just like whatever. There's nothing I can really do. Um, then sixth grade, middle school hit. That's where the bullying took a downside, a downfall. Um, the whole time I was pretty much a tomboy. Occasionally I would dress up like a girl because and the reason why I stayed dressed up as a girl through fourth to eighth grade, about last semester of eighth grade, um, was because that's who I thought I was supposed to be. I thought I was supposed to be a girl, and I thought it was because it's what my mom wanted and my family wanted. So I I I was a tomboy at home. Most of the time, I'll have Spider-Man stuff, and I would have birthday cards from my aunt and uncle with Spider-Man stuff because I love Spider-Man and I still do. You probably wonder why you like Spider-Man and you love Superman. I do. Superman right here on your door. I like Superman too. I like Batman and all that stuff. I started like that. Um, I love all superheroes really. It's awesome. But anyway, I um, you know, I was a tomboy at home. I would have toy cars and like I believe it was about this about fifth, fourth and seventh grade. Fourth and fifth grade I got Legos for Christmas and I loved it because my mom thought it would give me something to do because it would be nice and I still have all my Legos. I have a piggy bank right here. Yeah, this is my Lego piggy bank for possibly also for testosterone. And I mentioned, and I have see how much I don't have much. I have one, two, three, 8 cents. I got bored one day and I kept finding pennies everywhere at school and in public places that I started getting money for myself and I've also been shopping. So whatever. Yeah. So I have all my Legos still and here is my friend's name in Lego letters. Um, my mom saw this and she wasn't very pleased with it, but to me, it's just like what she's gonna do. What is she gonna do about it? She can't just say take it apart. I don't want to open it. But it makes me happy to have this up. And no, it's so good. Anyway, let's get back. Anyway, so yeah, that. Now middle school, I really started to go downhill. Um, seventh grade, beginning of seventh grade, I got my mom's iPod. I got an iPod. So my mom and I was out looking at the web store, look at the app, and I was on IMDb with that website, and I was on News World in sixth grade, and that is when I became more masculine, more male. And that's when I started to realize I'm not a girl inside, I'm a male. And that's when Danny came in. And I pretended to be a guy online, and it went downhill. Seventh grade, I met a girl on a kind of an iPod version of IMDU, not the actual company. It was the IMDU chat. I don't know why they called it that, but I met this girl, and I told her that I was 17, and she's really my age. She's probably about 15 now, but um, we met and we started talking um, on Kick, and she would ask for pictures, and I would send her pictures of a guy that I went to school with, and do I regret it? Sometimes. But the other half of me doesn't regret it because if I didn't do it, I probably would have suffered, um, and I would probably figure out along the line that I wouldn't be able to choose who I was, and I don't think that I would be able to compromise the rest of my life being the way that I am. being a girl girl or a tomboy and knowing that I'm gonna be a girl forever. Honestly, thinking that I would be a girl forever, it honestly cool. And my mom and my grandmother and my sister think that this is the fate. That I'll grow it. I won't outgrow it. I'm trying not to cry here, but this is my life. I'm not even to where I am today, but like of my timeline, like this transgender life is my life, it's who I am, and I know that they're gonna love me no matter what. But inside, I know they don't want this to happen. They don't want me to change. But I'm gonna change. I'm gonna take testosterone. I'm gonna get my boobs taken off. I'm gonna start doing photo ski. I'm gonna go by Jake, and they're gonna have to accept that. That this is not a phase. This is my life. I've felt like this for 10 years. Felt different for 10 years. Not because of my disabilities, because of who I feel like on the inside. I feel like a 16-year-old boy. Yeah. So let's get back on task before I go down. Anyways, where was I? Yeah. So I was at dinner. Anyway, um, so yeah, I would actually, um, like refer to it Danny, and I loved it because um, we would get on the phone, and the first time I talked to this girl on the phone, I was talking as Danny's sister, which is me, and my normal talking voice, like now, kind of, but my voice, I talk a bit deeper now because I found out that I'm trans. Anyways, I talk to her like this on the phone. And when she first said, "Hey, why don't you talk to Danny?" And so I talked to her, and I talk like this, pretty much the same voice. It. And then the phone calls become more recent, and eventually I got a phone, and I gave her my number, my actual number that I have now, and I pretended that I was him, and I would talk like this the whole time on the phone, and it was my Danny voice, and eventually that was found out, what to call Danny or whatever. My mom found out about it. Um, my mom had a long talk to me about it, and I ended up telling the girl, and we became friends for a while, but I haven't talked to her since seventh grade, so it's been years. I don't even know if she still talks, wants to talk, but I deleted her off Facebook. I don't talk to her anymore. Anyways, after that, during that time, I talked to my mom, and I came out as lesbian in seventh grade. After I got back from the hospital, I had my first boyfriend, and that was before I figured out and before the whole dating incident. I dated a boy for a while, and I didn't really like it that much. I did, but he was more a feminine kind of guy, and he probably did that. But it turns out that this last summer, he came out as gay, and that was a wake up call. That was like a couple years later when I figured out I was lesbian, and I realized, yeah, this is weird, but that was different. And sorry, my back. But anyways, yeah. Um, um, so, um, so after the whole like Danny thing, I ended up being suicidal, and my mom called a therapist, and I still see her today. It's been like 4 years. Okay? No, almost 3 years. Sorry. Um, but yeah. It's been like 3 years since I've been going to my therapist, and I've been seeing my therapist for 3 years. Anyways, the second day, the day that I went to see my therapist, and I came home and I had a shower, I ended up trying to commit suicide in the shower. And before that, I would try to harm myself by poking my hand with a pencil, and I did like a humongous thing that I did. And I don't know what happened. Really during that time frame is a blur because that wasn't me. That was my my darkness. My mom call it that too. My darkness of me saying to myself, this girl that people want me to be, no. And I think that was my male side coming out saying, this is not what I want. You know, my male side saying, don't let these people think that this is who you are, that you are a girl, right? You know, it's hard to explain, but my mom would refer it as my darkness, and turns out that darkness is gone, which is the feminine side of it, like what's my darkness. It was the darkness, my darkness coming out, saying I'm done, and I don't know. It's hard to explain, you know. It's just that was just my time when I was confused of who I was, and then that's when my anger got out of control, and it is still out of control to this day. And my sister thinks that the anger issues that testosterone is going to make it a whole lot worse, and it probably will. And I hope to eventually get anger management because my anger right now, like with the drama that's been going on in my life, family wise, it's taken its toll on me to where I am angry a lot, and mostly my father, but I'm not going to talk about him at all um, in these videos because he was never in my life. He doesn't care, so he will not be mentioned anymore. But anyways, uh, yeah. So I know this video is very long, and I probably lost some of you, but this is basically how I knew I was transgender in my whole life. But anyways, so there's about this place, and that's when my friend passed away a year ago, almost two. Um, I came out to her first, transgendered, because in 8th grade I heard about the word transgendered, and that's when I told her. Thinking about turning into a guy, and I remember her saying she's gonna support me, and she said that she was gonna support me 100%. said that she was gonna support my journey. She was gonna be there for me through the whole thing. Sorry, I'm just crying. She said she was gonna be there for me through the whole entire thing, and she will be. Not physically, but in my heart she'll be. Spiritually, she'll be there for me. And if I didn't meet her in 6th grade, I probably still wouldn't be here. She helped shape my life. I'm not even joking. But let's get back on schedule, task, whatever. Yeah. So yeah, I was just she was the first person I came out to, and then my cousin, I came out to her too. She said she would accept me too, and then I'm yeah, that was the year that I really was male. Jake came out. Um, um, 8th grade, I asked a couple of my friends what name I should go by. I didn't like any of them, to be honest. And then that's how Jacob came along. And with my name, I have kept asking my mom over the last couple of years before I even told her I was male me inside. I kept asking her, what would you have named me if I was a male? Or if I was born a boy? She said, I don't know. And to be honest, it doesn't matter. And I kind of wish she would tell me she would name me because if she did, I probably would have named myself. And she doesn't want me to change my name. I've never liked my name, my birth name. Um, my birth name is a unisex name, but it's not very common in boys. And I don't know, and my middle name doesn't really give it a but I want to keep my middle name because it's my great grandmother's name, so I might keep it in there. There's I might keep it Jacob Michael Gene Doyle. Or Jacob Gene Michael Doyle. I don't know which one. I want to keep my great grandmother's name in my name because she is the most sweetest person you've ever met. She can be stubborn, but anyways, so yeah, 9th grade, December freshman year when Jake came out, and I told my mom about it. She said that's fine, and I made a account on a website called Meet Me, and I made it male, and I had it as Jake. My mom said that it's totally fine as long as you're yourself. And I have pictures of myself on that account. I am honest, and I don't know. When I made the account, I had a huge relief, a huge weight off my shoulders because to me for the first time, my mom accepted me as a male or something. And my 16th birthday was a week of my 16th birthday. I made a, or yeah, about 15th. Not sure because this year last year I kept making accounts, like membership accounts for like Hot Topic, American Eagle, Airpasta, Kohl's, Sears, Macy's, other big stores that I have at my mall. And um, I use Jake. And every so often I put something in the mail with my name on it that says Jake Doyle. And whenever I do, I'm pumped. I'm like, something with my real name. You know, my my name, but I think I belong is in there. And I love it. And it's awesome because I feel amazed about how much like joy that brings me. And it's just a little name on a piece of paper, and that just brings so much joy to my life because and she's amazing. It feels right. Um, but that was about the year that I got my eighth grade. Was about the first year I got my first like, hat, and I would always wear it, and I loved it because I was male. And now that I've cut my hair, I have passed like 100% of the time as male, even when I'm talking like this. I pass, and it's amazing. Yesterday I kept getting referred to a phone that I went to as to this older woman that I know. I referred to her as Mama, and this woman was like, "Is this your son? Is this one of your sons?" And she was like, "No." And the man died. Awesome, and um, it was amazing, and you know, I loved it. Anyways, and then so I came out as transgender to my mom about 4 years ago. I came out, as I said in my last video, to my counselor, and I came out to my friends on Facebook, everybody on Facebook, about a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, so I'm out, and I'm proud. I'm not gonna let anything change my mind. And if somebody says that you're too young to know if you're transgendered, don't listen to them. Because my mom said to me yesterday morning that my grandmother said, "You're too young to know." No, you're not. You're never too young to know what your sexual orientation. Well, with your sexual orientation, you may think, okay, maybe when you're younger, you're a boy and you decide to dress up as a fairy. Yeah, your parents may think, yeah, I'm gonna have a gay son. Or when you're a son, when you're a young guy and you want to be a transgender woman and you're standing in the bathroom with tweezers to clip off your penis. And I've actually talked to somebody I believe that says, I said I wish I had your body. I said that to this transgender woman and hadn't started hormones yet. And she said, I would kill for your body. Let's go. And I love that because I'm like, oh God, I wish I could give you my boobs, my vagina, my uterus. I wish I could give you all of this. I would trade it for your penis, your flat chest, your Adam's apple, your beard, your hair, everything. But sadly, it has to be done medically. It can't be done genetically. If I'm saying that right. But yeah. So yeah. Um, if you guys, I realize this video is like almost 45 or 35, whatever. But if you guys got questions for me, like I said, I believe I said in my last video, I wanted to do a Q&A with my subscribers, but I only have 5 at the moment. If you guys want to, yeah, like if you want to talk, message me. I will try to get to my inbox as much as I can. I don't check it as often, so after this video, I will be checking it. And if I get at least 10 questions or I get 5, I will be doing a Q&A. And also, if you guys would like to um, come up with topics for me to talk about, that'd be amazing. You guys want to know about my STP, my binder, um, how I came out to my mom, that kind of thing. Put it in the comments below. Message me if you don't want that to be public. So, no hate. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video as I have not lost you yet. Give that comment, that like button a hit, that share button, and also that subscribe button. So yeah, that's all I gotta say for this video, guys. I hope you guys like my how I was in transgender, and the title of the video is obviously will be and it will be how I was knew how I knew I was transgender and when to see 16 years old, something like that. So anyway, I'm gonna go before this video gets way too long. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.